Hey Insight Timer, welcome back to Sessions with Self. In this edition, I have a short message I want to share with you. In recent times, I've started to wonder if collectively there's a part to spirituality we often forget and overlook to consider. So if I were to ask you, what is spirituality? What would come to your mind? You likely heard the mantra, we are spiritual beings having a physical experience. This is so very true. But also, the inverse of that statement is true as well. We are also physical beings having a spiritual experience. Deep down, our earthly selves can sense this. Despite how much we identify with our physical bodies, we are spiritual beings. We feel this, we know this. But what really is spirituality? Conceptually, we understand spirituality, but fully embracing it as our human experience is a whole other story. It's especially challenging when we learn from infancy that getting ahead, accumulation, acquiring material things is the name of the game. And when that game gets hard or knocks us down, we then look to spirituality for salvation to help us. Within our narrow view of spirituality, it's easy to envision some mythical safe haven or enlightened state that we will reach one day in the future where we'll finally be set free and experience wholeness. Unfortunately, for so many of us, we believe this level of wholeness doesn't occur until our physical bodies has passed on. Usually this is equated with entering the afterlife, like heaven for example, where we'll experience unbridled peace. But the question you have to ask yourself is something I heard the Indian mystic Sadhguru say, which is, how do we know we're not in heaven already, but messing it up? Every time I think of him saying that, it makes me want to laugh on one hand, but it also speaks to the fact that sometimes we fail to realize that our intrinsic nature is liberation. It is already freedom, and our experience as human beings living on planet Earth is spirituality itself. Earthliness itself is divinity, while much of what we perceive of Mother Earth is on the physical level. She herself is a form of spirituality. We can see it in her vastness and abundance. She dazzles us through her infinite colors, shapes, and textures. We can hear her sing through the roar of a lion or the cry of a dolphin. This divinity expresses itself fully through all living biology and energy forms, from a single blade of grass to a star hanging in the sky, to the most troubled versions of ourselves entrenched in darkness. As I say these things, these ideas resonate with most of us, but that's the key. They're only ideas. Our biggest struggle sometimes is figuring out how do we get beyond these spiritual ideas and bring them into our lives in a practical manner. We're often unable to connect fully with our spirituality because we're focused on seeking satisfaction or maintaining self-preservation through something in our physical world, whether it's through our bodies, our relationships with others, personal or professional goals, or material things. However, spirituality is what happens in between all that. It's beyond any calculated measure for self-improvement. It's beyond the hoping and praying for a better tomorrow. It's found in the very nuances of your experience. It shows itself in every single paradox and contradiction that you face in life. It's every lump in your throat, knot in your stomach, and bad taste left in your mouth. Spirituality is the outcome we get when we're looking for something else. It's the fallout when life makes other plans for us. It's the revelation of whether or not we are who we believed ourselves to be. Spirituality is a choice of whether we keep fighting with the waves or allow ourselves to dissolve back into the ocean. It's remembering that every unmitigated disaster, every period of turmoil and chaos in our life can be seen as a beautiful destruction that is clearing out what no longer aligns with our higher self and is teaching us the beautiful, vital lessons we need to learn so we can go where we need to go. Spirituality is who you are, where you are right now, here on planet Earth, even when you seek to be somewhere else. So I guess my message in all of this, life on Earth is a soulful place, and that experience itself is a spiritual one. Try to remember that. There's no place you need to go, nothing you need to attain to fully connect with the essence of who you are, your spirituality. It's something I often have to remind myself. I'm a human being here on Earth, and that's damn good enough. Thanks for listening. The light in me honors the light in you. Much love.